na taadhima, jana tulikuwa hapa na tulioambiwa pia wewe ulikuwa hapa. Uliweza kusikia ya kwamba kuna ujumbe ambao utawasilisha ndani ya bunge la Senate kuhusikana na upande wa upinzani na ile ratiba walikuwa wamekuletea ya mageuzi ya uongozi ndani ya bunge inayohusika na upande na heshima. Kama na address speaker, ingekuwa vizuri ukakaa chini kwanza ukangoja nimalize, alafu ndio uende ukaulize bwana clerk. Na engage staff kwa sababu heshima si utumwa.
Kiongozi walio wachache,
Bwana Speaker,
naomba tu uwasilishe ombi lako.
Bwana Speaker, ndio nawakilisha sasa, lakini nimeona ukiongea na nikaona mashikio yako hayanisikizi vizuri. Ndio sababu naleta hii hoja. Bwana Speaker, na nikiwa naongea na wewe Bwana Speaker, ningependelea kiongozi wa walio wengi anyamaze, angoje nikiongea, nikimaliza na anaweza kuongea kulishana na kanuni za kudumu za bunge la Seneti.
Uendelee tafadhali.
Asante, and I should be heard in silence.
Endelea.
Na nisikizwe kama kuna kimya. Ningetaka kujua Bwana Speaker, yale mawasiliano ambayo tulikuwa tumefanya kwako Bwana Speaker, na ukaahidi ya kwamba hivi leo utayaleta mbele ya bunge, na hivi sasa umeenda katika kipengele cha 4 umekosa kuileta hapa yale mawasiliano ambayo kwa upande wa walio wachache hivi sasa wanakosa uongozi wao. Hakuna whip wala deputy, na ilikuwa wewe uweze kuwasiliana ili tuweze kujua uongozi upo, ili tuweze kuendelea na katiba za bunge la Senate
of this house. Because Mr. Speaker, you are a colleague, but today you are sitting in that seat as a speaker. But we are concerned because the substantive speaker is now exhibiting characters of a prefect, someone who wants to come and prefect political parties. It shocks us that the substantive speaker, Mr. Speaker, and we are not discussing
Senator Ole Kina,
the character of the speaker here.
You are a very renowned, outstanding senator for Narok.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I agree.
Of course, you know the standing orders cannot allow even to discuss, not even the speaker, the conduct of any Kenyan who is not here to defend himself.
Okay, Mr. Speaker, I'm guided.
Kindly execute
Mr. Speaker,
without referring
what I will not refer to the substantive speaker in person, but the speaker's office is an institution. And when we see that the institution is now attempting to investigate on the circumstances that led to the minority side deciding to change their leadership and appointing a new leadership, that in itself leaves a lot to be desired. So, Mr. Speaker, I'd like to beseech you that before we proceed, because there's no business which is going to proceed here, I can assure you that with all due respect,
now,
what we want is Mr. Speaker. We have agreed from the onset, Mr. Speaker, we have agreed from the onset that I have a lot of respect for you, and I'm not disrespecting you in which way. So would like to know, Mr. Speaker, I am not speaking to the majority leader. Majority leader, I think, have some respect. You need to shut up when other people are talking. This business of talking every time as if you are the only one who has the monopoly of words, Mr. Speaker, it's a little bit ludicrous, and we will not allow. I have respect for the Speaker, and we will not allow this sort of gagging. So, Mr. Speaker, we are elected leaders. When we are in this house, Mr. Speaker, I respect Mr. Speaker.
I want to
Okay?
give the
So,
next
Mr. Speaker, as I finish, Mr. Speaker, this sort of dictatorship which is being orchestrated, I see the majority leader acting as if he's the prefect of this house. He's not. Mr. Speaker, he's disrespecting your chair. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to end by saying
let
this.
us
Let us respect these standing orders.
Let us stop name calling on Senator
I appreciate that, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Let us respect these standing
Actually,
orders.
I've given you, I wanted you to ventilate enough on this matter.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Last frontier for free speech. We must ensure that there is fidelity to the Constitution and fidelity to the standing orders. Mr. Speaker, I want to urge you not to be dragged to be part of political party or coalition intrigues. Mr. Speaker, I want to urge you to allow the minority to be led by those they want and the majority to be led by those that they want. And Mr. Speaker, I want to say this on the floor of the House, that there is no senator who is more special than the other. All of us can serve. All of us can lead. Mr. Speaker, when we communicated changes on the leadership of the minority side, we were saying that we need someone else to be our whip and somebody else to sit on the bench. And Mr. Speaker, I've personally been very conflicted in the decision that we have taken. In this House, the senior-most member in this House, in terms of longevity, is Senator Stewart Madzayo, followed by Senator Fatuma Dullo, followed by Senator Moses Kajwang, followed by Senator Aaron Cheriot. If leadership was conferred on the basis of experience in this House, I would not vote against Senator Fatuma Dullo to stop being our whip. But sometimes there are factors that come into play, issues of political party management, allow us, Mr. Speaker, to have the leadership that we want and do not be compelled by anybody in leadership of this House to influence your thinking. And Mr. Speaker, finally, and I want to, my friend Aaron, he's smiling, he's a very good friend of mine. And I want to advise him, and the bullfighter today, nowadays, is a bit chilled. Senator Aaron Cheriot, if you are looking for a chihuahua, a toy dog that you can control, go and look for it outside. Do not look for it in the seat of the Speaker. Do not attempt to control the Speaker. Do not attempt to convert the Speaker to a puppet of the majority leader. The Speaker is not your chihuahua. Okay. The Speaker is the umpire of this House. Thank you. The Speaker, I submit.
Senator Kajwang. Senator Kajwang, rest assured, the chair, the member of this chair can never be a chihuahua. Yeah?
The Senate Business Committee has made a decision, Mr. Speaker, that the order paper will be in the form that it is. Senator Madzayo, with maximum respect to you, you are being disorderly for this reason. That you are not telling your colleagues on the minority side, Mr. Speaker, that you and I and the leader of the majority and others, we sat in the business committee of this House and made a decision on this matter. We did. I beg you to listen to me even if I'm wrong. Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, we sat, and if you don't know, I'm now informing you. We sat yesterday, and the leader of the majority was invited. If there was any change to the membership of the House committees, he had communicated. The same yesterday, the leader of the minority had not communicated. So, the order paper, you will object. I thought you are a judge.
Maybe you can give him information.
I'm giving you information.
You can give him information.
And this must be on record. Mr. Speaker, sir, in that meeting, which was attended by others, including the leader of the minority, the leader of the majority submitted his changes. He was invited, he was not ready. And he was told, you will not hold the majority, it will proceed.
Senator Boni Karore, do you want to be informed by Senator Ole Kina? He has some information for you.
No, because he did not sit in the committee that I'm talking about. I don't know what information he wants to give me. If I conclude, okay, I will allow you. I'm not your enemy.
It's not allowing. So yes,
why
that's the question I want.
Why are you not communicating? That was my question. The changes. Because it is expected that you communicate the changes to about the leadership. We have no leadership on this other side. You have accepted changes on this other side. You are not accepting changes on this side.
From where I sit, or where I stand now, the speaker is not in a position to give the communication right away. Now, what I request honorable senators we do, is to wait for the speaker to come, wherever you'll be here, to come and give the communication. The communication, Senator Sifuna, the communication is with the speaker. Right Honorable Kingi. The substance, and I'm happy that Senator Ndama, you put it very well, that you are waiting for the speaker to come. Therefore, I request honorable members, let us, maybe whatever he is, maybe even drafting the communication.
Order number 3.
Next order.
Messages.
Next order. Minority Leader, sit down. Assume your seat. Assume your seat. Assume your seat then. Assume your seat.
Mr. Speaker, none of us on the minority side mean to disrespect the chair or anybody occupying that chair at any particular time. Mr. Speaker, we are getting increasingly frustrated because this is not why we were elected to come to the Senate. We have serious business to be able to transact. We don't understand how a simple matter such as a communication from the chair, requires all this drama. Mr. Speaker, our point of departure with the chair is under Article 107 when you read it, Mr. Speaker. It says that in the absence of the speaker, the deputy speaker presides. That is exactly or precisely why we have members of a speaker's panel. It doesn't have to be the substantive speaker for any business of the House to be transacted. There are even members here who are not even deputy speakers, but are members of a panel of speakers, and they come and transact business there. The question I'm asking myself, Chair, is if indeed you are saying that in your capacity as a deputy speaker, having sat on that chair, you cannot undertake a simple task like reading a communication, how then would you transact bills and motions, which are far more serious matters that have to wait for the substantive chair? Secondly, Mr. Speaker, I want to say this here. Nobody is going to scare us. This is our house. I was elected here and in both houses of parliament in this Republic of Kenya. Nobody, none of you, got as many votes as Sifuna. You are not going to threaten me. You have nothing on me. Mr. Speaker, I want to make it clear that it does not matter which shenanigans are employed. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter what we have to do. We are saying we are going to change our leadership because it is our right. Mr. Speaker, we want all we want, whether the communication that comes from the Speaker's office is legal, is right or wrong. We don't care. We want it to come out of the Speaker's office so that we can take other avenues in order to enforce our rights as a minority side. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, no, you will not gag me, Cheriot. You did not even get half the votes I have.
Senator.
So just be quiet. Be quiet when I'm here.
Senator
Ndwi. These are numbers.
Senator
Numbers don't lie.
You
Mr.
must
Chair,
be
protect
honoring.
me.
You must
protect
be
me.
You must
protect
be
me. You have to protect me.
You just
you have
make
to
your
protect
contributions
me.
facing
Mr.
the speaker.
Chair.
Senator Sifuna, please.
Please, Mr.
Let us
Sifuna.
have order in this house.
Mr. Speaker.
Senator Nduro.
I'm on the floor.
Senator Nduro.
No. No, kindly. No. No. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Senator Roba. Senator
Mr.
Roba.
Speaker. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker. I want to urge you, Mr. Speaker, and you know, Senator Sifuna, teach him some manners. Mr. Speaker, it cannot be that every time, it cannot be.
No point of order. Nothing is out of order.
It cannot be, Mr. Speaker, that every time when other leaders are speaking, you want to be the one that you're shouting. You are shouting at the speaker, you are shouting at the colleagues. For heaven's sake, you're only 3 months old in this house. Keep your calm, learn, be a good disciplined student. There is nothing to be excited. There is nothing to be excited about being elected. For your information, I have been elected 3 times, and I didn't have to try 6 times like you before coming to this house.
Majority in the country.
You know,
have your cool also.
You know, Mr. Speaker,
Yeah, so
Mr. Speaker, it cannot be.
Have your seat. Resume your seat, Senator Sifuna.
Kwani unatisha nani wewe? Peleka huko, kwenda kabisa.
Senator, Majority Leader, I want to
anyway,
make some
this is
progress.
my point of order, Mr. Speaker. Do you have? Because we now want to progress. The side that I lead wants to sit down and conduct the business that brought them to this house this afternoon. We are tired, Mr. Speaker, of being engaged in something that is not productive. If there is a dispute between you and them, please find a way of sorting it out. But as for us, we came to transact the business that our constituents elected us to come and do in this house, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, I urge you to exercise your powers under Standing Order number 122, so that senators who are grossly out of order, lead them out.
Definitely, I'm very well versed with these standing orders. But what I want to say, honorable members, senators, honorable senators, but wait. So why are you engaging me, Senator Mazayo? Why? Why are you engaging the chair? You've not been so lenient the whole afternoon. Senator Okech, Senator Sifuna, yeah? I don't want to mention the Randi senator, who I am being lenient to. I wish to report to the Senate that I've passed on to standing on. I have given direction on this matter. I've given direction. Have your seat, please, senators. If you don't want to have your seat, then you can do the honorable thing that you wish you can do, because now you cannot transact business that way. I have said I'll give you Mazayo after I'm through the message. Minority in the out of order. You are out of order. You are out of order, Miss. You have no respect for the chair, and we cannot transact business that way. Yes, no, we can't do that. Accrue benefits for the seed first and continued conservation of the environment. Ensure the exploitation of the forest harvest in the Abandea forest and other public office forests in Nyandarua is done within a legal framework